When we were having the debate before going to war here at Elon, it was more spirited than tonight. I recall a faculty member saying something about the butcher of Baghdad. You know, that was a phrase used to describe Saddam Hussein, the butcher of Baghdad. Well, that's the preparation that is required before you can go to war. That's the preparation that says this is the enemy, and you name it, and you dehumanize it. You remove humanity from it. The enemy is no longer human. We don't have to value the enemy the way we want ourselves to be valued. What's the cost to a nation, the spiritual cost to a nation that is taught to believe that others are enemy? Those are hefty questions, and I think in a way the most gut-wrenching questions of them all. Dollars, it's horrendous, the amount of money that we're spending, and that my 3 grandsons born last summer will have to spend on the interest, on the debt incurred by borrowing. We didn't prosecute this war by taxes. We prosecuted this war by borrowing from China and other such lenders. We've incurred a huge debt. There's a huge dollar cost, and all that's difficult, but those will be paid over time, presumably. But can we recover our spirits? That's hard.
The word war. War has been used and changed over the years so that I personally feel that it's lost a lot of its meaning. There's wars on poverty, war on drugs, except by using war in that kind of context, I think it loses something, and that's kind of the idea of sacrifice. I think that by what's happened by using war, so liberally, we lose touch as people with what it means, with what soldiers have to deal with every day. We'll leave this lecture hall and we'll go home and we'll there'll be a roof over our heads and it'll be safe as can be, except I think that we've lost touch as a community with what happens abroad. We're in an age of media that has an incredible power to connect us with other parts of the world, and yet we're disconnected. We don't know what it's like. And so maybe one of the really valuable things that an entire seminar series like this has is to reconnect, even if it's just 30 or 40 or 50 of us, if it reconnects us with the facts or even makes us think about them, then there's value in that, and there's hope in that.
I can go a whole day without hearing something about the war. I get up in the morning, I go to class, I come home, I do Facebook, I do all those things, and I can avoid it completely. You can turn on the news and still not even hear something about it. So I feel like my journey is a little bit different in that I have kind of had to go out and seek information, and whether it's coming to events like these or specifically going on CNN World section and reading about the Middle East, whether it's trying to ask questions about people, taking the terrorism class at Elon, learning Arabic, trying to do something like that. For me, it's been more of a personal journey in that I haven't been given the information, and that in order to find out my own beliefs, I've had to really go search for it. And I feel like this is a lot different in the past, as Mike was kind of touching on. It's not so much in our face, and it's not so much that the news is showing it every day, but that we kind of have to go out on our own. So my journey's been more of that. I started out not caring at all. I was completely apathetic in high school. It wasn't affecting me at all. And then I came here, and I have met a few people who've been involved in the war. There are people at Elon who are in the Army and have served in Iraq. You might not know them, you might see them every day, but they're there, and they might not talk about it. But if you ask them, they'll tell you, and they'll tell you their stories. And it's incredible the amount you can learn just from talking to these people. And I'm friends with one of them, and he tells me all the time how much he wants to go back. And I spoke with people when I did an internship in Lithuania who were stationed at the base in Vilnius, and they just talked about how incredible they felt helping the people in Iraq. And to me, this is a completely foreign concept because my opinion, and I feel like a lot of the opinions here, that war is bad. And I do believe that we shouldn't be there right now. I'm not sure. I haven't figured out entirely how I feel about leaving troops there, taking them out completely. I'm still trying to work that out. But you have to try to get out there and talk to other people. And you guys are doing a great job coming to these events. And I think this is the first step for everybody, is trying to get out there and get the information. We had amazing speakers this week who knew more information than I will ever know about any specific topic. But the fact that we go out there and we listen to them, that's what we need to be doing. And we need to be figuring out these things on our own instead of just walking around with our iPods, Facebooking and not even checking the news, not reading a newspaper, and really not even knowing where Iraq is on a map. So I think that's the most important thing right now, and that's what I'm still trying to figure it out. You guys seem to be more definite, but I'm still working on it.